Oh, they coming. Oh, God, here they come. They're big stepping. Oh, God. What is up, guys? Mommy's special plaything here. What are you guys watching? Spy Family Season 2 is here. That's right. Last one was split up into 2 cores. So technically, this is Season 2. The last season you saw was Spy Family Season 1 Core 2. Very confusing for you new anime fans. You'll be able to navigate that soon. But Spy Family's back to a resounding sort of, like... thud. I mean, like, there's still discussion around it, like people are still talking about it, but it's not even nearly as much as it was when the show first started. When season 1 premiered back in 2022, it was like the hottest thing out there. Everyone was talking about it. There were videos talking about it as it was the greatest thing of all time. You know, back when it started, it had a really good adaptation. Honestly, it's one of the best adaptations out there. In fact, if you look at what it does, it sort of rearranges the chapters around to give us like even more material to work with in comparison to what the manga gave us. So like, yeah, it's a pretty good adaptation, but I think we're seeing a sort of impasse, right? Spy Family is approaching a point where if it's not careful, it's gonna fall off, and it's gonna fall off hard. And I think the entire reason is it shouldn't have gotten an anime. And I think because of how soon it got it, we're now approaching the point where any day now, if they decide to adapt it as fast as they can, we might not see another season for years. And the hype for this series is gonna die, and it's gonna die fast. More than it seemingly already has, but we could talk about that as the video goes on. Hey guys, I'm Busham0. I'm a VTuber. I talk about Shonen Jump. I talk about Power Rangers, and sometimes things that aren't Power Rangers, but people still call them that, and Ruby, lots of Ruby. In fact, in 2 weeks, there's gonna be a Ruby video. Unfortunately, we have to talk about it. So, if you are interested in that kind of stuff, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any updates, and comment down below what you think of Spy Family or what your thoughts are on this video. Anyway, let's get into the topic. See, I've kind of wanted to talk about this for a while because while I am a fan of Spy Family, I really don't think it needed an anime this soon. I understand like the hype is bigger than anything that's really publishing in the magazine that isn't One Piece or MHA, right? Very clearly, Spy Family is more popular, more talked about, and of the spy things, even within Jump, it is the most popular. Spy Family has everything going for it. It's got like really good character designs. Anya is one of the funniest protagonists in Jump Plus. Again, Jump Plus, not Weekly Shonen Jump. It runs on the app, not the magazine. Just want to clarify that. Loid is a pretty good character. I want Yor to beat me until I'm within an inch of my life. You know, cool things. This story is really fun. It's a very fun slice of life series with a twist that adds more comedy onto the scenarios presented to us. And with the underlying plot that happens every now and then, it gives us a good through line to what the series could lead up to. With the whole plot of Anya and when the Forger family try to maintain their family balance as they learn more about each other, as well as trying to topple the government, there's some really cool stuff to be had. Characters like Nightfall are really fun. All of the side cast is great. Bond is the GOAT. But like, I feel like there's a bit of like confusion when talking about the discourse, right? It was the most discussed series in the past few years, up there with Jujutsu Kaisen and My Hero Academia, and nowadays not so much, which is just how seasonal things go. But I feel like there's a bit of conflicting feelings that are happening, and I don't think people know why. A lot of this spawns because I saw a video by Inaku, and Inaku's talking about how she found season 2 disappointing, which is confusing to me because season 2 wasn't out yet.
Shut the f up! Nobody asked you, you motherfucker!
I feel like watching this video, it's clear that a lot of the people who watch the show, who are just watching for the anime, are a bit confused as to what they want. I mean, even in this video, she's confused as to what she wants.
It's all mini stories that have just been strewn together. When I'm frustrated that I got another filler episode, I'm turning it off the moment I hear it. There were 5 filler episodes in a row. They're clearly trying to cram everything in when it's okay to let it breathe. Let the show breathe. The fans will wait for part 2.
What the f*** do you want? What is it? I can't figure it out.
And most of that comes from the fact of how this series was adapted. Let's be fair here, before we even get into the adapted part, we gotta talk about what genre this series is. While the first season presents itself as a sort of plot-driven story, this espionage aspect of like mind games they gotta play with each other, it's a slice of life series. It's got more in common with Bocchi the Rock and K-On! Than it does with Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer. There's a lot more chilled out episodes because a lot of the comedy of this series comes from the ridiculousness of its premise. What's happening with the story is it's character driven, and a lot lot of these scenarios are just there, aided by the ridiculousness of the characters and their backgrounds, right? If you've ever read stuff like Witch Watch, you'll get the same sort of feel. Spy Family's only got 87 chapters as of me recording this, and it doesn't seem like it publishes very frequently at all. In fact, in the past year, I think we've been getting 2 chapters a month. And that's like more than we usually get. That's a problem, especially because when this anime started airing with season 1 on April 9th, 2022, this manga only had 62 chapters. Granted, it was in the middle of one of the best arcs in the manga. It was during a big story moment for backstory for Loid that explains his whole character, and I hope the anime gets to adapt it. But again, 62 chapters is not a lot, considering that season 1, if we count core 2, only adapts up to chapter 38. More than half of what was already out when the anime started airing. To give you a comparison of how bad this is, when Jujutsu Kaisen started airing on October 3rd, 2020, again a 24 episode series, the manga had 120 plus chapters available to it, and it only adapted up to chapter 64. 64 is 2 chapters more than Spy Family had in its entirety when the anime started airing. To give you another comparison, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba started airing April 6th, 2019. On April 8th, 2019, chapter 153 just published. Do you see the problem that we're gonna have with Spy Family if we're going to adapt with what I think they're going to adapt to? From what I understand, Spy Family is going to be adapting the last really huge arc that the manga had, which was the cruise ship arc. And let me tell you, the cruise ship arc ends at chapter 56. What did season 1 adapt up to? We have less than 20 chapters available to us to be adapted into the anime. The way this is being adapted is literally like that gag where like they're building the train tracks in front of the train. That's what's going to be happening on a scale we haven't seen since like the original Big 3 adaptations where they were adapting weekly. And this shouldn't be a problem because of the way the seasonal anime format's supposed to be. So this leads to a lot of confusion for people when they start talking about it. To clarify something else real quick, Spy Family has no filler. If you're referring to any material in Spy Family as filler, what you're referring to are the slice of life elements that are meant for characterization and like relationship building and just for fun, for vibes. You're not watching Spy Family for the intense and plot driven story. I'm watching it because it's funny that Yor got shot in the ass and it can't tell Loid, and like Loid's trying to get in this date with her to make her feel better because it's literally what the entire plan hinges upon. And then like Anya's the only one who knows what's actually happening. But the fact that there's so much stakes on it for what is pretty much Shinzo Abe's dream of trying to get you to understand what a relationship is like, right? That's what the show is. That's the appeal of it from what I understand. So like, it's not filler. In fact, if anything, Spy Family's anime condenses a lot into episodes and also adds more. So referring back to that Inaku video, she mentions that the anime has a lot of like nothing episodes, but those episodes aren't filler, they're just things that were in the manga. In fact, one of the things that she mentioned was really good is literally like a 5-page extra chapter that like publishes on the Jump Plus app every now and then, just whenever, in place of a regular chapter. But she also says that we could wait for more because to chill out. And here's the problem with waiting for more. On November 3rd, 2023, chapter 87 published. And we're not even close to any of the characters finding out about each other's identities. We're not anywhere close to major developments of them getting closer to Damien's family. If anything, we're maybe in the story's first third. And if you want more material, by season 3, they're gonna have caught up to everything we have up to now, which is bad considering this manga only publishes 2 chapters a month. 1 chapter as of last month. We're running out of material. That's not like the manga's fault, right? But I think its problem was how popular it was. Spy Family is one of the most popular new gen manga of recent years, right? There's a reason it was pushed to get an anime so fast. It's the reason why MHA is also in a similar boat, why MHA has more filler. But even MHA had 80 plus chapters when the anime started airing, and the first season only had 13 episodes. We're just running into an issue right now where Spy Family's hype kind of pushed it in a situation where the hype was so big that it got its anime too fast, and now we're at a point where it has no choice but to wait with the risk of the hype dying down. with the risk of its relevance dying down. And honestly, its relevance is already kind of lessening. Like, sure, it's not like it's gone. The new opening by Otto has got 1 million views within like the first day of it being uploaded. The issue is within the discussion. It went from being the biggest, most hyped anime of its season to barely being talked about within a few months of Core 2 starting. This is just the issue of its hype propelling it to heights that it just wasn't ready for. And now we might be seeing the consequences of it. I just think they should have waited on the anime. Because to be honest with you, I don't want to have to wait like 5 years for season 3 or 4, right? I would have rather waited for more chapters. Those are just my thoughts on Spy Family. I just think it's unfortunate the way the discussion surrounding it. This is just kind of like a lesson, because I always complain about why certain anime that are big and jump don't have anime adaptations. But now seeing this, I'm kind of preferring it to where anime get adaptations when they have 100+ chapters of like buffer room to work with. I'd rather that happen so that we get more high quality seasons more frequently, rather than like getting a couple like in concentration and then waiting years and years. That's just me. Well, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. You're gonna be seeing my upload schedule change. I won't be uploading for the entirety of November, but I'll be streaming more often, so just make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss that kind of stuff. And again, comment down below what you think of the video. And if you wanna get some more perks for the channel, make sure you hit that join button. You might see some things a day before, or like some commentary or some special editing streams. Maybe you'll see what I'm working on in November if you just hit that join button. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.